Hey guys, welcome back. So today we will be talking about things that we wish we knew earlier. And I have a guest over here. He's going to introduce himself. Go ahead, mister.
Hi guys, my name is Junior and I'm a guest here today to talk about the things that we wish we knew at an earlier stage. And firstly, I'd like to pass on my thanks for inviting me to this channel to be
You're
your guest.
welcome. You're welcome.
Looking forward to the conversation and many more, I think.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's see how he does on this one. Then I'll determine if he's going to come back or not. So yeah, Junior will go first and just tell us the first thing he wished he knew earlier.
Alright guys, so things that I wish I knew earlier, my first point would be financial literacy. I think had I been more responsible with using my money at a young age, I think maybe right now I could have done better, or I could be somewhere else in life, or I could have maybe invested in some things that would have improved my life for the better. And I think when it comes to those things like your credit score and your savings, your investments, I think those are the things that you can consider as financial literacy, whereby you have to manage your money better by saving or by investing in order to let your money to work for you so that you can get extra income.
That's a good point. All right, so mine, I'll start off with exploring your passions at a younger age. And I believe, like when we're young, we have so many passions and aspirations. We want to be dancers, actors, and all of that. And then, like after school, you're going to be told that, dancing is not going to pay the bills. Your passions aren't going to pay bills. So go to school, get your degree, go to work, get a husband, but let's not go there. The works. So, sometimes you start neglecting your passions, and as you grow up, you start to realize that maybe I would have made something through my passions. I would have actually succeeded through my passions. And as you work on your passion and your skills, you grow and you get good at it. So yeah, I mean, right now I am in that space of tapping back into my passions and exploring and seeing what I can do with that. As much as, yes, I'm in a 9 to 5, hustling and whatever, but also doing those two things at the same time. Like while you're making your money, also tap into your passions and just live.
Yeah, you should.
Like having that balance, I feel like it's important.
Exactly, because you certainly don't want to have regrets once you grow older and think, oh, could I have done this?
Could have, should have.
Maybe should have, maybe I would not be here, I would be somewhere else, Especially when it comes to I personally.
Yeah.
I feel like I could do more than what I'm currently doing, in which now, hence, it's something that is deemed by society that as a person you're supposed to have a 9 to 5 job, and then you save for 10 years, you buy a house, you have kids, you get married. Those are the things that society deems as normal. In which I think
success.
Exactly.
You are successful when you have a house.
When you do that. No.
You're successful when you are married. You're successful when you are
No, it's those kind of things whereby it's just that the sad reality is that in most cases how our lives turn out, it's something that was societal expectations, if I can put it, whereby okay, fine, even at home they say once you 5 years, 6 years, what do you want to be when you grow up? If you can ask many kids what do they want to be when they grow up, it's almost the same thing. A doctor, a lawyer, a teacher.
You see, we even say it at the same time.
When a kid starts saying, I want to be a soccer player, I want to be a basketball player, I want to be a ballet dancer, it's something that, how are you going to do that? You're not going to succeed in that. It's impossible.
You're not going to make money through that.
One thing I can say, nothing is possible. Nothing is impossible, by the way. Yes. Yeah. Nothing is impossible.
Anything and everything is possible.
Anything and everything is possible. So as a person, I think you should not have limitations towards your life,
Yeah.
Life has no limitations except the ones that we make as people that, I can't do this.
We limit ourselves.
And
you know what, Nim? These societal standards it's like we are repeating the cycle. There's no room for creativity because we should be inventing new things. We should be creating new things. So if all of us are going to be doctors, nurses, policemen, and all of that, how are we creating new things?
How are we going to create new things?
Like,
I also wish I knew how to manage my time better earlier, you know, because I wish like I could have done more than what I'm currently doing in life, you know. I think the best thing you can ever do as a person the night before when you sleep is it's plan out your next day, you know.
Yep.
This
That's
is what
the
I'm gonna
biggest
do.
tip I've
This
also
is-
learned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna do tomorrow. This is what I'm gonna do. I think the more you manage your time better, the more productive you become, you know.
Yep.
When it comes to exercising, polishing your skills, you know,
Yeah.
depending on whatever that you are doing, guys. But I think managing your time better, it counts as something that might work you towards what you really want, you know. It gives you an added advantage because when other people are sleeping, you are busy grinding, you are polishing your skills, and you might look, people might look at you, you know, we might be doing the same thing, but if one of us puts out more work than the other person, obviously they are more likely to succeed. They are more likely
you're more
to
ahead.
Exactly, you are more ahead, you know. I think time is very important, guys, because once you learn to master your time, I think it becomes easier to accomplish more, you know. In a day, if you can like plan your time properly, you can do more, you can be more productive, and time, it goes hand in hand with consistency, you know.
Yeah.
I think one thing that many people lack, especially if they want to do something, it's consistency. And if you can't be consistent, it comes down to procrastination, you know. People will always say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, but once you don't do it
You end up
with the time that you have,
Yeah.
you end up losing, you know. And then you start saying, I was going to do it last year, maybe I'll start again next year. So I think time is very important, guys. Whether you start the next minute from now, the next second from now, if you want to do something, do it now.
Do it now.
This
Do not
instant.
wait
Don't
for tomorrow.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't say next
Yeah.
year, next week, tomorrow, because once you wake up tomorrow, you're gonna start wanting to do other things, you know. First things you're gonna do, first thing you wake up, you're gonna look at your phone. You already forgot about what you wanted to do yesterday.
Yeah.
Want to start looking at your phone, there's nothing you're going to
And
accomplish.
I mean, you also have other things you need to do. Like if you couldn't do something today, you still have things that you are supposed to do tomorrow. So you might not catch up with what you wanted to do yesterday. So procrastination, I think, is the one thing that kills us, you know.
It does.
Procrastination, you'll end up not doing the things that you've planned to do.
Exactly.
Or achieving the goals or even your milestones. You don't get there because you're procrastinating. And you might not even start
You won't even
because
start.
you keep postponing and you're like, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day. And then you start getting busy. Now there's no time for you to fit in those things in your schedule because now there's just a lot happening in your
Hence,
life.
if you want to do something, start now.
Do it
Do
now,
it this
guys.
instant.
Do it
Don't wait for
now.
the next 5 minutes. Don't wait for the next
Yeah.
hour. Do it now.
Do it now.
That's when, because I think it's called the power of micro habits, you know. Once you start doing the little of things, you end up doing the most, you know. If
Yeah.
you can start, just like working out, you start with 15 minutes of exercise daily, you know. As time goes by, probably next week you might do 30 minutes of exercise. As it goes by, the other week you're doing 45 minutes,
Yeah.
1 hour, just like that. Those little things that we do are the start of those big things that we want to do, you know.
Exactly.
I think you spend 2 hours studying or learning a new skill, you won't know, probably by next month you'll be a master at that skill just because of those 2 hours that you do every day, master polishing your skill, learning a new skill. I think it's the
Step
power of
by
micro,
step,
you know,
yeah.
step by step. Nobody wants to wake up one morning and say, okay, I want to build a multi-billion or multi-millionaire business, you know, something like that. You have to start
You
little,
start small.
you know. When you start your
Yeah.
business, it has to first make you probably like 2,000 per month, then it goes to 10, 50,
Yeah.
until you reach the stage that you want, because those little things that you do, they count each and every second, each and every minute, each and every hour, guys.
Yeah.
It counts when it comes to anything you want to achieve in life, anything that you have to do in life. It is important.
It's really important, like, to break down the main goal into micro goals so that you can be able to get to the final goal. And I think because if you look at the bigger goal, that's when you get intimidated and you'll feel as if I'm not gonna go there, I'm not gonna get there because it's too hard or it's gonna take me long. You start becoming discouraged because you're not taking the little steps to get there. You're focusing more on the final thing. So you should focus more on the smaller things until you get there.
And you will.
And you will.
Nothing is impossible.
You definitely will. But the most important thing is whatever you're planning to do it now. Like, don't procrastinate. I think that one for me is the biggest lesson. Procrastination kills a lot of dreams.
Exactly.
It kills a lot of dreams. So yeah, guys, that's it from us. This was a beautiful video. I enjoyed this conversation. And what did you think about the conversation?
I think it was a very informative one.
Yeah.
It's not only educational, but it's also entertaining, you know, when it comes to those things. But I think as youth, we need to start engaging in these conversations, you know.
Yeah.
People always say the youth is the future, you know, and it's true. The youth is really the future, but I think we need to engage more with people when it comes to such conversations, you know, conversations about money, conversation about businesses, because
Yeah.
those are the things that will make us who we want to be, you know. Nothing is bigger than sharing knowledge, guys. Nothing is bigger than sharing knowledge. And no matter what you learn, no matter how small the thing that you learned is,
Yeah.
but once you start sharing that knowledge, you'll never know. The next person might be able to use it, you know, in order to do better for themselves, you know,
Yeah.
and achieve greater things.
So yeah, I think that's an important point, that as a youth we need to support each other. We need to share those resources. Like, there's people that keep information to themselves and they don't want to share with others because they want to go further, but not realizing that if you want to go further in life, you actually need to teach and share as well while you're on your path.
You are.
Because the piece of the pie is big enough for everybody. The pie is big enough, guys. The world is big. So why would you want to keep information to yourself? Because you feel like if you share, they are gonna whatever. What do you say in English? They're gonna do better than you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you on the next. Bye.